Good afternoon everyone and welcome to a new vlog. It's actually a little bit of a travel day, a complete bonus. I've just parked up here at the airport, dropping a car off for a client, and I am off inside the airport. I am flying back to Manchester today because I'm actually going to the Everton game tomorrow. Big game for us. As soon as I found out Big Dunk was in charge, I definitely wanted to get to that game. Haven't been to one for a little while, so I'm going back to the UK for a little bit of a weekend, a couple of days. Laura unfortunately could not come. It just doesn't work with the animals, etc. So Laura will do a separate trip without me at another stage. But yeah, we're going home for a few days. Going to bring you along with me. We're going to go to the Everton game as well. Should be an amazing atmosphere. The last game I went to was the game with Big Dunk in charge again. It was 3-1 against Chelsea, and the atmosphere was electric. So even if we don't win that game, I am just going to go back and just soak up that atmosphere because I think it's going to be electric. Just about got tickets for the Gladys Street end. It's a sellout. Even the second-hand tickets were selling for about £100 each, so made up to get tickets. But at the moment, we've got to get there first. So we're going to go through the airport. I'm going to bring you along with us. We're flying with JET2 today. Now, a lot of you will be like, "Oh my word, I could not see that coming." I'm actually flying with JET2, who personally I'm not the biggest fan of. I thought they were a nightmare over the pandemic, but let's see. It was very limited choice of flights, to be honest, and I had very specific days and times that I needed to fly. I've just come from work straight to here, so it was very specific, and JET2 unfortunately was the only choice for me. But could they win me over again? That's going to be something to see. Could they win me over as a fan again? We'll see. I did say I'd never use them again, but we will see. I'm flying back here with them as well. It's a return journey with JET2. If you're interested in what I've paid £45 each way, so a total of £90, which I think is very, very reasonable for a 4.5 hour flight home, 4.5 hours back. That is with no baggage, obviously. I've just got my hand luggage. I thought that was reasonable. There's probably going to be people at that game tomorrow that have probably paid more than me just to get the train from somewhere in the UK, so didn't think that was too bad. But I'm going to show you the whole experience. I've come 2 hours before. It is a Friday, and normally Fridays are a bit busier for travel, so I've come a little bit earlier because I do expect it to be busier in there, and I also want to get a Burger King as well, so that is on the agenda. But for now, let's stride on in there. Let's get through this security bit and all that. Bit of a faff. I've not got too much with me this time. A few cameras and things, and then we'll be through the other side and we'll see what it's like. We hear a lot of complaints about Tenerife Airport at the moment, how busy it is. You know, they want you to keep distance and have your mask on, but then when you board the plane, it can be very crammed in. So we'll show the whole thing anyway. I hope you do enjoy this. If you do, make sure you hit the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe as well. But for now, I'm going to pick up my Everton blue suitcase, of course, and let's get inside and hit the road. So mask wise, I have just gone for something a little bit easier this time. Just your standard face mask. Didn't want to go for big FP2 this time. It was quite heavy doing that for so long, so a little bit easier this time, a little bit more breathable. So just a quick note on security, do make sure you're wearing a proper mask. There's a few people in there just wearing face coverings which were not proper masks, so it did delay everything. Make sure you do bring a proper mask, bring a couple, because a snood or something like that will not be accepted. They were really not happy up there at security, but other than that it was pretty smooth. Had everything out that I needed to. If you just have everything out ready, you will fly through. But yeah, just make sure you're wearing a proper mask, because they won't accept just a covering or a snood or a scarf. They won't have that. Just on the way to Burger King, but I'm going to show you some of the prices of the alcohol in here. You will probably find it is pretty cheap. Premium pink, $19.85. You can get 3 for 2 on the Gordons as well. Just some of the duty-free prices. Whole bottle of Captain Morgan's there for €10. Very cheap. Tanqueray gin, $21.85. Rosé. There's absolutely everything in here, but just gives you an idea of the prices. If you want to take a bottle home with you, how much you would save compared to in the UK. You've got your whiskies here, so your Jack Daniels, €27, Jameson's 25, Bell's only €13 for a bottle of Bell's, Famous Grouse 18. So it's all very weak. You've got your Johnny Walker here is the most popular at €19 for your red label, and your black label €40. So nice and cheap. If you want to take anything back with you, got a proper Spanish brandy here, Magno. It's proper Spanish brandy. So I've just got to Burger King, and it's absolutely really busy in here. The whole food court section is pretty full. I don't think there's going to be any table to even eat it at, so I might just be walking around with it. Very, very busy. Big difference to last time we travelled. Big difference. Actually nowhere to sit in here, absolutely nowhere. So what I'm going to do is just literally get a sandwich just to take with me, a chicken burger. If I get a meal, I can't walk around with the drink and all of that. I'm just going to literally just have to get a chicken burger and take it out with me. There is literally nowhere to sit in here at all. It is full. So it's not a full Burger King for me. I'm just going to get just a chicken sandwich to go, I think. And we'll have to get a drink somewhere else. It's just going to be too hard to walk through all this with a tray and chips and drinks and everything. Just needs far more seating in here, far more. Or a time limit on the seats. Because people sat there with no food at all, just sitting there. So I've given up on Burger King. I even tried upper crust, and it is miles long. So I've come to this cafe. Going to get a coffee, maybe a sandwich or something from here instead. It is just so busy. Just nowhere to sit and eat it, even when you've got it. So we're going to try this one's a little bit of a lesser queue. See what's going on. If not, I'll have to have a bite on the plane or something. It's, as you can see, it's just nowhere to sit at all. So I managed to get a coffee, but this is how poor the situation is. I'm actually crouched on the floor with my muffin, and I've got to try and mix my coffee up on the floor. That is how bad the situation is. There is literally nowhere to sit anywhere. Literally nowhere. I'm going to walk through the airport in a minute and show you there is nowhere to sit. I've got to try and do this on the floor. So yeah, very disappointing that indeed. I'm stood in the corner with my floor mixed coffee. There is literally just, everyone's just sat on the floor. Really, really not good enough. Especially during COVID, not good. My advice is, if you can avoid flying on a Friday, avoid it 100%, because it is just not pleasant in here. So whoever said travel was dead, it's far from dead. It is well and truly on. We've got about an hour or so until the flight leaves, so I'm going to quickly grab some drinks from WH Smith and then quickly walk you through, show you just how busy it is in here before we hopefully board the flight, get off on time. Probably going to be a slight delay with the amount of people in here. I imagine there's a lot of flights, probably won't go bang on time. So the gate is announced in 5 minutes. I'm going to go and get my drinks from WH Smith. I've not seen it this mad before, ever. Never seen it this crazy. So we are gate C40, which is down here in the new section. So we've got a little bit of a long walk through all of this. Every single gate is really, really busy. So just be warned, maybe worth getting here early, trying to get yourself a seat, get yourself comfortable. If you're not, you know, super fit, or, I mean, there is the disabled seating over there, but, you know, if you're not able to stand for long periods, just bear this in mind. The airport at the moment, especially on a Friday, very, very busy. Okay, so I have found some seating here actually in the new section. If you don't mind listening to the drilling, there's plenty of seats in this new section here. It's handy to know. If you come right to the very, very end, there is some seats just down here, but no cafes or anything, so you would have to carry your food, etc., all the way through. But we are C40, so we've got a little bit further down to go yet. A little bit further down. There is more cafes and stuff down here as well, so we'll see how busy they are. Maybe it would have been worth me coming down here instead. We'll find out. In hindsight, I should have come and sit down here. So we have now hit a little bit of a queue for the British passport line. This is where they check you out of the country. There's a bit of a queue here. So just reached the other side of the passport little stamp out there. They do stamp your passport, and in hindsight this probably was a better place to come and wait and relax. A lot more seating. You've got a cafe here that's empty. So yeah, probably in hindsight would have been a little bit more relaxed down here. So it might be something to bear in mind. Come through the check and just come through and relax. And not long now till be on that plane and off to the Everton game. There you go, it rhymed as well for you. So, will we be on the silver or will we be on the white? I have not flown JET2 for a couple of years now. Be interesting to see which one we're on. I hope this does restore my faith in JET2. Just during the pandemic, they did mess a lot of businesses around over here, constantly cancelling the flights, and others arguments over both of that, but we'll see. But definitely, if you're travelling through, I would recommend avoiding Fridays if you can. If you can't, come early, and I'd probably definitely come through. If you're travelling to the UK, come through to this UK section and get yourself a coffee and just relax in these seats, because down the other end in that food hall is just very chaotic. You cannot keep distance either. So definitely that is my recommendation so far from this experience. Much different to when me and Laura travelled through a few weeks ago for Florida. Far different experience, far different. Okay, so she did just check my passport, she checked my passenger locator, and she also checked my vaccine certificate as well, and then just sent me on down the steps. Nice and clear today, no waiting in the steps, nice fresh air, and we're gonna head outside now. This is the very end of the airport here. You actually see some parking over there. I've not been to this end before. Right to this very end, you see the plane over there. Still working on it. All the baggage waiting to go on over there as well. Okay, now it looks like we're going to be bussed. So that might not be our plane then. Okay, that's my plane over there, the private jet. It's going to take me straight to the game. I'm not flying JET2. So, will this restore my faith in JET2? That is the big question. I'm probably going to have to get a bite to eat as well, because I didn't get anything to eat in there. I did get a red velvet muffin that I brought with me, but I do need something savoury. I've not eaten all day, so We'll see, maybe they'll save the day with a bacon roll or something, we will find out. Stood outside for the last, I'd say, 20 minutes now, just stood here. At least we're in the fresh air, but prepare for a bit of standing around. We've been stood here for about 20 minutes now, nowhere to really sit, but we're in the fresh air, so I'm happy with that. Don't mind that, as long as we're in the fresh air, not stood on some steps.
Flight, and please make sure it covers your nose and mouth.
If your bag has a yellow tag, or you've got any glass bottles, these need to go under the seat in front of you so there's enough space in the overhead lockers for larger bags. Also, please make sure the aisle and exit areas are nice and clear.
If you need a hand, our cabin crew are happy to help.
Have a lovely flight.
Pocket in front of you, you'll find a safety instruction card.
It has all sorts of safety information, with info on emergency doors and escape routes, oxygen masks, how to use the life jackets, the brace position and more.
You'll find even more safety info in our in-flight magazine. Please be aware of the safety signs in the cabin.
I've just gone for this one here, the little sandwich deal with the Pringles. I did get a Pepsi Max as well. It is piping hot. Looking forward to this. It's burning hot. Little glass with ice. Yeah, I went for this one. So €5.30 it was with the Pringles as well. But it is, I like how hot it is, boiling.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. I don't know what I could say to convince you to hang around when you don't have to. There's so
Thank you. Oh, great to be off the plane. They were exiting row by row, which just took forever. If you sat at the back and you're knackered, they don't let you stand up or get yourself ready or anything until they say so. So it took a long time to get off the plane there. Don't think it makes any difference because you've sat next to people all the flight. So standing next to them in the aisle with your bag doesn't make much difference, but just took forever to get off there. We'll see what security's like now. So there we go, we are back in Manchester. Flight with JET2 was okay, didn't like that last bit, row by row. I thought that was a bit of a farce because then everyone's shoving you while you're trying to get your bag because they want to get off. So if you get the back, difficult. But yeah, overall, it's alright. It's alright flight. Mum and Dad are here. Mick Garvey and Janice.
Right, guys, we're here to pick
Me up. It's nice, this new terminal, isn't it?
Very nice.
You got a Starbucks going in there. All fresh. Yeah. All very, very modern now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very modern. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy that. Make sure you join us tomorrow because we're off to the Abit again.
We are. Come on.
Exciting. 12:30 kick-off. So make sure you tune in for that next vlog. We might also do a live from here on Sunday, which will be tomorrow for you guys. So make sure you check that out as well. Don't know if we will or not. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. If you did enjoy it, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. And I'm off to warm up now. Do you bring me coat?
No.
No. Didn't think so.
We've got the heater on in the car.
Right, I didn't think so.
Yes, you could have the heated seat. How's that? Hey?
It's crap service. These transfers you book these days. Just get an Uber instead.
I tell you now, you haven't got heated seats at the match.
No, yeah, right. Stride on, guys.
Stride on.